Welcome to the Infinite Prosperity Podcast. I'm Louisa, and here we explore the energetics of wealth, leadership, and living your highest potential. If you love what you hear, hit subscribe and leave a quick review so more people can find this work. Right, let's dive into this week's episode. Welcome to this episode on what energetic mastery looks like on the way to seven figures. For those of you that are getting to know me, I am Louisa Havers. I'm the host of this podcast. I've been in business for over 9 years now and have worked with well over 10,000 entrepreneurs, helping them to break through their upper limits. And I'm the creator of the Helix Method, which is our energy psychology modality. And when we are working with that, we call it helixing. So if you hear me use that term, that's what I'm talking about. But before all of that, I was a senior manager in social services, a single mum, juggling it all, doing all the things, and somehow was someone who had mastered survival and was not yet in flow. So my default set point was survival. And what happened was when I left that world, I thought I would be free. But what I felt was grief. It was grief for the identity of what I had tied myself to, grief of who I thought I had to be. And I realized I was still operating from that survival mindset, that survival frequency. And I had built success, but it really was from a place of burn sustainable. And the big shift came when I understood this truth that, and it's just such a powerful realization. It was one of those moments that took my breath away when I realized was that your identity creates your reality. And unless you recalibrate your inner world, your outer world it won't change. You're simply just going to get more of the same. So this is what I did, and this is what I now teach, because when you align your higher self, your subconscious, and your nervous system, then everything begins to flow. So what we want to really look at is when things are feeling hard, especially if you've already hit success, because you know how to create success, you know how to make money. You might be thinking, why does it feel so hard? How do I grow without burning out? Why does success feel like something I can't hold? Why do I keep hiring the same types of team members and then they're letting me down? And of course, these aren't all, they're not surface level problems. These are symptoms of deeper misalignment between your vision and your energetic identity. And we have a way forward always to get back into alignment, to let our higher selves lead. And I want to share these six energetic principles with you for your higher self leadership so that you can get back into alignment. So think of these as the recalibration points that restore coherence in your field so that your higher self can lead the way. And these principles emerged from years of facilitating transformation for leaders just like you, and they represent the key shifts that allow you to unlock greater visibility, greater magnetism, greater cash flow, greater peace, freedom. And whilst I'm talking here about business, it actually has that ripple effect across all areas of life. So you can use these principles for all aspects of your life. And these principles recognize that true transformation occurs when you align your higher self, your subconscious mind, and your conscious awareness. You reprogram the energetic imprints that are stored in your nervous system, in your cells, in your energy field, and you restore coherence across your energy systems and your Akashic record. And each of these six principles, they offer a precise energetic pathway to expand your capacity to dissolve your upper limits, stabilize the frequency of your next level of wealth, visibility, and holistic success. So I invite you to use these six principles as a compass. They'll reveal where to direct your focus, how to realign your higher self, how to hold that energetic posture of your next level self so that you can grow from a place of deep inner coherence rather than that push, that hustle. Of course, we need the willpower. Of course, we need to effort, take action to lead our teams, but we want to do it from a place of alignment. So, the first one, these are the six energetic principles for higher self leadership. I want to dive into the first one. This is multidimensional alignment. So, think of this principle as the foundation for all energetic leadership. It's the alignment between your higher self, your conscious mind, your subconscious programming. And when all three are unified in intention and resonance. Your energetic signal becomes powerful, clear, magnetic. And when this alignment is off, then you may find your conscious mind, you're chasing goals that your subconscious doesn't believe are safe, whilst your higher self is going, hang on a second, this is the big vision. And you're just not yet attuned to it. And then what happens is that the result is this sort of static energy, confusion, misaligned action, this kind of push pull sensation. So, and I'm sure as I'm sharing this, you're thinking, maybe that is what's going on. Often we can start to become aware of this when we start to hit business plateaus. So, what your path to breakthrough, your path to embodiment is to align the inner triad. Think of this as your higher self, your subconscious, your conscious mind, so that your energy is broadcasting one powerful, coherent message. So, that's the first one, multidimensional alignment. Love to hear from our listeners what landed for you as you contemplate that. And I'm going to run through all of them so that you have them all to hand. You can come back to this at any point in time to remind yourself of how to bring yourself back into alignment to let your higher self lead. So the second one is set point expansion. So every person holds internal set points, energetic, psychological, physiological thresholds of how much success, love, peace, wealth, visibility, and joy that we will allow ourselves to experience. And these default settings, they live in the subconscious mind, they live in the nervous system, in the cells of your body, quietly shaping what you believe is possible and permissible for you. These set points are not fixed, which is great. They are created through past conditioning, emotional imprints, identity level patterns, and they can be expanded. So if your system is wired to associate higher levels of wealth, love, or success with some form of danger, some unworthiness or rejection, then you'll unconsciously create resistance to stay within your safe zone. So think of this as not sabotage, but actually keeping yourself safe. So the breakthrough, your path to embodiment is to reprogram your energetic set points at the cellular, the emotional, the subconscious levels, the energetic levels, so you can expand your capacity for more love, more wealth, more visibility. And then your field is aligning with that vision that you have for yourself with your future, and it just holds it with more ease. You have that new set point. So as life and things happen, you can bring yourself back to that new set point with so much more ease rather than going back to the previous set point, which you wanted to have said goodbye for, because that previous set point will be associated with an old identity, which leads me on to the third principle, which is future self consciousness. Every thought you think, belief you hold, emotion you feel is filtered through the lens of who you currently believe yourself to be. And when you're creating from your current self concept, you'll continue to recreate the current results. And this is the thing, no matter how hard you try to break through. The future self consciousness is this deliberate, intentional process of creating a new identity, one that is energetically aligned with the version of you who already lives your desired reality. This is the most important aspect to focus on because it ties in with all of the principles. This is where we're doing that conscious work, that conscious choice to design the beliefs, the nervous system capacity, the emotional resonance of your next level self, and then practice living from that frequency now, because we make different decisions, take different actions. What we're radiating out into the field is different because our beingness is different. And this is the thing, your future self already exists in the energetic field. It's not separate from you. It's simply the part of you that is already calibrated to more. So when we choose to embody that and to lead from that identity, then our external results reorganize to reflect it, which is just so exciting. And that's where we can start to see results that are not linear. So your path to embodiment is to create the identity of your future self and to lead from their energy, make decisions from their standards, let their frequency become your new normal. I hope that resonates, and would love to hear what is landing for people. And of course, you can always email us to let us know your thoughts and reflections at clientcare@louisahavers.com, or come and say hi on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn. And we can continue the conversation and how this relates to you there. The fourth one we have is nervous system regulation. So your nervous system determines how much success, love, visibility, wealth you can hold before your internal protection mechanisms are activated. And when you approach that energetic edge, that edge of what feels safe, your system's going to default to fight, flight, freeze, fawn, flop, pulling you back to that known state. So often clients, when I'm helping them to really understand this, and they'll recognize that sometimes that they're thinking that um, they just go to start to do something. Maybe it's, if you're writing a book, they're going to write, sit down to do some writing. Suddenly they get like so tired that they have to go and lie down. Their nervous system has put them into a flop mode. And so what they need to do is actually expand their capacity to whatever it was that triggered that, so that they can then sit down and write without triggering their nervous system and taking them back into that. Like, don't write the book, because then you'll be more visible and then you'll make a bigger impact. And then whatever hidden fears are in relation to that. So this is key. And something I really want everyone to kind of walk away with is to recognize that your current circumstances reflect the maximal level of coherence your nervous system currently allows. So you can just look around you in your reality and say, okay, so this is current capacity. So the way forward, your path to embodiment, is to regulate and expand your nervous system, the capacity that it has, so that it feels safer to receive, hold, and sustain that next level without triggering contraction or burnout. Which leads us on to the fifth one. I call this field coherence. So your energy field, or as I also call it, your human Wi-Fi, is constantly transmitting and receiving. And the thing is, when this field is disrupted by reversed energy, resistance, or attachments, then your signal becomes fragmented. And what I mean by reversed energy is any shock, trauma that you've had during your lifetime is still there in your energy field, and it creates that reversed energy. And this is such a big one for people when I'm working with them. So often people say, oh, I've done all the work on X, Y, and Z. I'm like, I bet you haven't looked at it through this lens. And if something's still showing up in your field, I bet you 50p that there's an energy reversal at play, keeping that pattern locked in. So we need to kind of get that sorted out. So think of this as interference that is coming from unhealed experiences, inherited patterns, or the energy reversals that are imprinted during a trauma or an experience that you had that you didn't have the coping mechanism for. And so your path to embodiment, your way to break through, is to clear your field of the resistance and reversed energy, to restore that full spectrum coherence. And when your energy flows freely in that way, so does abundance. You are that energetic match to what you desire. And I really want to speak to this one, the sixth one, which is aligned action, because we all know of growing successful businesses, strategy is powerful. But the thing is, it's so much more powerful when it's aligned with your identity and your frequency. You can push to a certain level with strategy alone, but when you take action that is in alignment, then the results are greater. That said, when you take action that clashes with your inner alignment, that's when even the best strategies that some people have had great success with, they're just out of alignment with you. They're going to feel heavy. They're going to feel overwhelming. They're going to be ineffective. The resistance there is going to be real. And so our higher self leadership means that we're acting from coherence. We're choosing strategies that resonate with our values, with our capacity, with our vision. So I invite you to let your higher self guide your strategy. Take action from alignment with your identity and your energy field, so that you're amplifying your results without burnout. Let the energy do the heavy lifting. So just to recap, so if you've been like thinking, oh, I want to make notes and write this all down, then we have the first one is multidimensional alignment. The second one is set point expansion. Third one is future self-consciousness. Fourth one is nervous system regulation. Fifth one is field coherence. Sixth one is aligned action. And I have got a free guide called The Frequency of Expansion that walks you through this. You can download it from my website at www.louisahavers.com/money guide. You can find it on my website as well, just at louisahavers.com under the freebie section. There's a number of things there that treats for you there, so you can go and grab those too. But this guide, I invite you to print it out, to have it with you by your side. It is the principles that will help you to master your energy as you grow to that next level so that you can make the bigger impact that you came here to make. And just before we wrap up, I just wanted to take a moment to, if this resonates for you, then would love to invite you to come and join us in Dream Bigger, which is our membership. It's created for this exact moment where you're in that space of creating that next level. It's coming, trying to emerge, but those old energetic patterns are still running the show. Or perhaps you're already breaking through and you want that support so that you can make sure that you break through with more ease. What we're up to in Dream Bigger is we are helping you to recalibrate to your highest vision by aligning the three levels of consciousness: your higher self, your conscious mind, and your subconscious. So you're moving out of contraction and into creation more quickly. And as soon as you come and join us, you can come and join us now for so at the point of me recording this, our membership is available for $57 a month instead of our retail of $67 a month. And you can join for a month and stay as long as you want. There's no contract, which is awesome. And as soon as you're in there, there are 8 Akashic record activations that you can download and receive. And I invite you to listen to one a week to support you. We've got 3 powerful wealth energetic masterclasses where you uncover hidden blocks and resistances that have been slowing down the growth in the business. So you can dive into those. And we have 2 live calls a month where we have our energetic workshop where we're breaking through and calibrating you to that vision for your next level self. So my intention is that everyone breaks through within the next 45 days or less. And you will experience a tangible shift in the first 24 hours because I give you the exact questions to ask when you're muscle testing to uncover what is hidden. And the thing is, most people do muscle testing wrong. So please do it my way. And then your accuracy is going to go through the roof. So I take you through that step by step in that first module in Dream Bigger. So that is worth coming into the membership for alone, for that alone. Alrighty, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that this has served you. Until our next episode, sending you all lots of love, and I will see you then. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Infinite Prosperity podcast. Want to go deeper? Join my upcoming complimentary Wealth Energetics Masterclass. We'll pop the link in the show notes for you, and I would love to see you there. Till next time, lots of love.